Jake just bought a rental property. Marcus just put his money into an index fund. Both think they found the secret to getting rich. Both are wrong. One forgot to count the hours. The other forgot to count the zeros. Most people think the real estate versus stocks debate is about interest rates or market crashes. It's not. It's about a gap that opens up over 20 years, a gap big enough to make your stomach drop. Today, we strip away the hype. No get-rich-quick nonsense. Just cold, hard math. Every dollar, every hour, every headache, who actually comes out on top? To see the truth, we need a level playing field. Meet Jake and Marcus. Same person, basically. Both have $50,000 in the bank. Both earn $55,000 a year. Same city, same expenses. The only difference, where that $50,000 goes. Jake takes the proven path, real estate. He uses the $50,000 as a 20% down payment on a $250,000 house, a 3-bedroom home in a decent neighborhood. 30-year mortgage at 7%. Payment, about $1,330 per month. His tenant pays $1,800. The feeling, Jake feels like a mogul. He's got a $470 monthly profit before expenses. A physical asset he can touch. At dinner parties, he's the real estate investor. Marcus takes the boring path, stocks. He dumps his $50,000 into a total stock market index fund. No tenants. No keys. No leverage. Auto deposit of $300 a month. That's it. Quick note before we run the numbers, we're using historical averages, 10% for stocks, 3% for home appreciation. These are pre-tax, pre-inflation, and the past doesn't guarantee the future. Real-world returns swing wildly. We'll get to that. The feeling, nobody is impressed. When he tells co-workers he's in index funds, they nod and change the subject. On day one, Marcus has a confirmation email. Jake has a house. Jake looks like he's winning by a mile. But feelings don't pay the bills. Math does. Fast forward 3 years. The honeymoon is over. For Jake, the landlord dream is getting complicated. He's collected nearly $65,000 in rent. Sounds amazing until the mortgage takes $48,000 of it. Now the hidden math Jake didn't put on Instagram. Taxes and insurance, $4,500 a year. The oops moments, a $1,200 water heater. A leaking roof, $2,800. The vacancy, one empty month cost $1,800 in lost rent, plus $600 to turn the unit. Jake manages the property himself to save money. That means 10 p.m. plumbing calls and lunch breaks spent coordinating repairs. After 3 years, his real profit is in $16,000. It's closer to $3,000, and that doesn't count a single hour of his time. Meanwhile, Marcus is a ghost. 0 hours on his investment. His $50,000, plus monthly $300, has grown at an average of 10%. The account sits around $78,000. No calls. No emergencies. Just compound interest working in the dark. But Jake has a superpower Marcus doesn't, leverage. Even though he put down $50,000, he controls a $250,000 asset. If the house rises just 3% a year, it's now worth $275,000, and Jake's equity jumps because he's using the bank's money. This is why real estate creates millionaires. By year 10, the golden handcuffs are tight. Jake is on his third tenant. He's replaced the roof, $8,500, and survived a plumbing disaster, $1,400. Rent is up to $1,950, but so are taxes and insurance. Jake's net worth, house worth $340,000, mortgage down to $166,000. Equity, about $174,000. The cost, hundreds of hours of labor and stress. Wealth locked in one house in one zip code. Marcus is still doing nothing. His index fund compounds. The gains on his gains now make more than his contributions. Marcus's net worth, roughly $190,000 at 10% returns. The cost, 0 hours. 0 stress. Total liquidity, he could cash out by Friday. But here's what those clean numbers hide: Marcus had to survive to get there. In 2008, he watched his account drop 37% in a single year. In 2020, it crashed 34% in 5 weeks. In 2022, another 19% gone. Each time, the news told him the system was broken. Each time, his co-workers were panic selling. Each time, he had to do the hardest thing in investing: nothing. Marcus didn't lose sleep over plumbing. He lost sleep over headlines. The 10% average return only works if you don't blink when the market drops 30%. Most people blink. That's why most people don't get the average. At year 10, they're neck and neck. Jake worked for his wealth. Marcus waited for his. This is where the story splits. After 20 years, Jake is tired. The property is worth $475,000. The mortgage is nearly gone. Equity, nearly $450,000. Total cash flow profit over 2 decades after every HVAC, paint job, and vacancy, maybe $60,000. A massive asset, but 2 decades of part-time repair work to earn it. But Jake has a hidden weapon Marcus doesn't: tax shelter. Depreciation deductions, mortgage interest write-offs, and the 1031 exchange mean Jake can defer or eliminate huge chunks of tax. Marcus, when he sells, owes capital gains. That gap alone can be worth $50,000 to $100,000 over 20 years. Marcus is a millionaire's neighbor. His $50,000 and $300 monthly contributions have ballooned. At 10%, he's sitting near $540,000. The kicker: if he'd raised his monthly contribution by just $200, the cost of a few nice dinners, his 20-year total jumps past $675,000. In stocks, more money means more compounding. In real estate, more money usually means a second property, double the debt, double the workload. Real estate isn't a scam. It wins if you use the magic tricks. Tax depreciation: tell the IRS your house is losing value while it appreciates. 1031 exchanges: sell and buy bigger properties tax-free. House hacking: live in one room, rent the others, drop your costs to 0. But stocks win on freedom. Marcus never lost a night of sleep over a broken pipe. Never worried about an eviction. Kept his weekends. The real trap isn't choosing one or the other. It's picking an investment from a hype video without running the numbers for your own life. Real estate is a business: it pays you for your time, your stress, and your willingness to use debt. Stocks are an ownership stake: they pay you for your patience, your discipline, and your willingness to do nothing while the world burns. Neither is passive. One taxes your weekends. The other taxes your nerves. The question isn't which one is better. It's which tax you're willing to pay. The next time someone tells you one is guaranteed to win, ask: did you include the cost of your time, the new roof, and the stress? The answer that includes everything is the only one that matters. Want the math on doing both at once? Hit subscribe. We're breaking down the hybrid strategy in the next video.